because I know they're gonna deploy reinforcements. Oh, he's really just gonna advance all the way down the street. Okay. Oh, the Shamrock's about to get got.
Under light fire!
Yeah, that's not light fire, my dude. That's not light fire at all. Okay, so the Shamrock's toast no matter what we do. Because I have a feeling what he's gonna do is go down the same street that that heavy tank is on. Which basically means that even if I go down that street with the Shamrock, he's just gonna chase him. Okay, outstanding. So the heavy tank is moving forward. We might be able to squeeze past him. Man, this is rough. This is rough, chat. Okay, thankfully we got the scouts right where we want them, so they're gonna pin down any attempt that the computer makes to get through that alley. Okay. It's not over till it's over, chat. It's not over until it's over. So I'm gonna save. What I would like to do is get Nadine down here to put some reps on the Shamrock before we, like, charge down the alley. But I'm afraid, I'm really afraid that Jaeger's gonna gun her down.
On my way.
But let's try it. Yeah, I could try an anti-armor order and see if that will get us over the hump.
We can't afford any misses.
And CVEX rolled into the chat on a Sunday. Are you fucking kidding me, game? Good to see you, CVEX. Thanks for joining us on a Sunday. Glad to see you. Always glad to have you.
Wait to see what the...
I'm so sorry.
That was frustration, chat. No, I'm not gonna let that sit. No, I'm not gonna let that go.
On my way.
I'm just a little frustrated that, like, the game is like, actually, fuck you. Wait, what?
The enemy's blind spot. Enemy sighted.
Oh, you're not even gonna make it to the Shamrock. You're not even gonna make it to the Shamrock. Okay, you're gonna make it to the Shamrock. No, you're not. No, you're not. You are, in fact, not gonna make it to the Shamrock. How's the run going? Not great. Not great. This mission is not working out so well at the moment.
I ain't broke yet.
Let me just... Can I even get through?
Found us an enemy.
No, I need you to turn the direction that I'm actually telling you to turn.
We don't have time for this.
If you think you could manage that. The thing is, I don't know if while I'm taking all that fire that I'm actually going to be able to get through. Because I can't do that, okay.
Them again?
Maybe I can sneak by on the left side, or maybe last turn was my one and only chance to make this work. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Everybody, follow General.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Get in there. Get through there. It's not. I think that was our one and only chance. That was our one and only chance, and we blew it, chat.
Prepare to intercept.
Front lines, return fire!
Because I can't get through on the left side now. Because I guess, you know, this little tiny wooden windowsill
Please advance with caution.
is too much for a tank. The tank can't get through the tiny little wooden overhang on the window. Alright, so that's not gonna work. No, that's not what I want to do. So repairing the shamrock is not an option. Forcing our way past with the shamrock probably also isn't an option. Trying to dodge the lupus is also not an option. Reverse the shamrock into the alcove behind it. I mean, I can't get back there, that's the problem. Because the map ends here. I can't go down this alleyway or this alleyway with the shamrock. Even though both are very clearly wide enough for the small tank, it won't let me send the tank down there. So, yeah. We're in a little bit of a pickle here. It's not the end of the world. There are other fronts that we can advance on. The mission's not over. It's just gonna take longer.
I ain't broke yet.
Because I don't know what the plan is for the heavy tank.
The enemy could be hiding
I don't know what the heavy tank is actually gonna do. And I can't run that shit over.
Take out the enemy commander's tank.
Can he use the tank as a body shield from the other tank and sneak a guy behind the enemy? I mean, we could, but I don't have anybody with anti-tank weapons, is the problem. Because of other bad tactical decisions that were made.
Strong.
They've got us.
So I
On
guess
my
we
way.
double down on the engineer plan. And just go ahead and spend 2 points, even though I really don't want to,
Coordinates locked.
and I probably shouldn't.
500 meters.
I'm gonna do it anyway, because it's the only way to keep the Shamrock in the fight.
No matter the cost.
And even then,
Be careful,
considering
enemy-
that Jaeger basically took the Shamrock from full health down to almost dead in a single shot,
Thanks, buddy.
I think we're still gonna lose the Shamrock regardless. In the meantime,
combat.
the Edelweiss suddenly has the ability to come out in the street.
Them again? Hit them before.
And let's see. Excuse you.
Keep an eye on your equipment.
Let's try that again, this time without the suck. No, I want the machine gun, please. There we go.
Fire!
Get rid of that Lancer. Now there's no AT guns, but there is a tank and a Lancer. And I'm pretty sure that the Edelweiss is toast. but I still want to see what happens. In the meantime, I'll bring in an engineer next turn so that we can attempt to do what we can with that. I'm going to keep Gal Squad where they are because I want to continue to pin down these shock troopers. And then I think we try to advance over here. The only problem is going to be Largo. Let's see.
My turn, okay?
We'll send Alicia down first, so we can get a lay of the land.
There's just too many of them.
Alright, so we know that both of these donkeys are in the, like, the radius of the wait, whoa! Holy crap! Man's got eyes in the back of his head! My man's has got eyes in the back of his head. And Urs gifted a sub to Uchiha Q. Thank you, Urs, for yet another gift sub at Uchiha. Welcome to the cult of bad tactical decisions, where we have only one flavor of Kool-Aid, but it is Ecto Cooler. We hope you enjoy, because we got 10 tons. I'm sorry, we're down to 9 tons. But nobody gets anything else to drink until it's gone. So, help yourself, because there's plenty. Let me see.
Been waiting here.
My man's is all beat up. My man's is all beat up. I don't think... Yeah, I was gonna say, we're kind of blocked here. You know what I could do, though? It's really dumb, but I can do this to trigger Alicia to shoot at that shock trooper.
Boom!
Count me in!
I'm sorry, what? You were supposed to shoot at the shock trooper, you jackass. My god.
Let's do this thing.
It's like the game is just doing everything it can to piss me off today.
Please maintain formation.
It's like, oh, you were pointing at the shock trooper? Well, clearly you wanted to shoot at the Lancer, right? No, actually. The reason I was aiming at the shock trooper is because I wanted to shoot at the shock trooper.
Let's do this!
Crazy fucking concept.
Mwah. Good. That makes things a bit easier. Let's do this thing.
Alright, hitting you with a flamethrower doesn't do jack. So, grenade's not gonna make it far enough. I guess I'll just shoot you with the bullets. I mean, I feel like it's not really worth my trouble.
Enemy attack. All
Can I hit the sniper from here, or are we too far away? Yeah, we're way too far away.
Be
Well,
careful. Enemy backup may be underway.
How are they gonna come at us this time?
Chad, I think it might be time to do dumb shit.
Don't give them time to think.
Ain't no stopping me.
Time to do dumb shit. I don't think I can get him out of the base radius.
At least there's no worry of missing that thing. Take their camps and try to turn back the tide.
I'm still doing dumb shit. Because I want this camp.
I'm on it.
And Rosie's gonna bite the dust for this camp. But she can't actually die, so it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Mwah. Ain't no stopping me.
Sir! Great.
Don't you always do
That's
dumb
more
shit?
backup units
I mean,
and repairs to Jaeger's tank that
yeah,
we've stocked.
pretty much. No, tanks can't cap the camps. And the sniper's not gonna be able to move far enough in a single turn to take it back from me.
That leaves...
Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'll retreat Rosie so I can redeploy her on the other side. God, that was a terrible turn. It's so bad. It's so fucking bad. They just keep doing.
Come in, all
Like, is there a
units.
limit to the number of troops that they can deploy?
Keep moving around. Don't give them a steady target.
Because they just keep
Come
deploying
in,
more
all
troops.
units. Show them what you got. All units, fire!
Are you gonna do another order? Now? Oh no. Well, that's turnover, Chet. We're gonna have to reload. Because he just did an attack up, and he's gonna turn around, and he's gonna shoot the Edelweiss, and we're dead.
Minor damage
Oh,
sustained.
he didn't die. Okay. Well, that doesn't mean that there's not gonna be a shot from that tank from down the street that somehow magically one-shots us. Oh, you're right. It was attack up, not anti-armor up. You right. You right. You show right. I think now might be the time for cheese if we survive, but I don't think we're gonna survive. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be it.
Damage minimal.
Aw, 75 HP in a dream. And it was their last command point. 75 HP in a dream. Remember how I said it was time for dumb shit? Because it's time for dumb shit.
This is an order! Destroying the target is your top priority. Maybe don't fail me now. Now!
That's a lot less damage than I was expecting. I mean, he has armor. I was expecting with demolition boost that we would do more damage than that. Do the Lancers really just do more damage to him or something? Like, I don't understand. I was thinking that the anti-armor shell from the 808s with a demolition boost would be doing massive damage. Am I misunderstanding how this works? Does demolition boost just not work on tanks or something? I'm very confused. Can somebody explain this to me? Because I don't really have another explanation. No, I get that, Halgas. I know that he's got the armor and we have to destroy it first. It's just I don't remember the armor being that durable. That's okay, we'll reload. Because again, Demolition Boost is supposed to be like a massive anti-armor increase. And let's see, I mean, I don't know how much damage we actually did because it doesn't tell us. But like, we did 1/10 of the health bar on this armor with a direct hit. So, I feel like something's not working the way that I'm anticipating it to. Because the damage boost would raise one ally's attack power. The demolition boost greatly raises one ally's anti-tank power. But like, takes about 9 shots from a max level lancer with damage boost to remove the armor. Aha, okay. So I'm not crazy. It's just, that's the thing, that's the game. Okay, different plan then.
This is an order! Brace up and get ready to defend yourself.
Different plan then. This is gonna be a long fight, chat, because remember, we only got 2 characters that actually have anti-tank weapons.
Been waiting here.
We got the Edelweiss, and we got Largo, and that's literally it. We don't have any other anti-tank characters.
Spotted an enemy!
Aim
Enemy
as
sighted!
exactly as possible.
Have you tried asking them nicely to surrender?
Just watch this.
You know, I hadn't yet. That might be worth a shot. Also, banana up the tailpipe's pretty useful too.
All right!
Man down. Everybody be careful.
So I'm gonna put my mans here. Again, we haven't lost.
Moving out.
It just means it's gonna take longer, that's all.
All units forward.
Small fries, motherfucker.
Please hit.
Who are these guys?
Enemy sighted.
Yep, that's the thing that'll happen. You're in a war zone.
How many are there now?
Alright, we'll post up here. So that leaves them 2 camps. I desperately need to get the Edelweiss out of the street.
Major damage sustained.
Yeah, I know, that's a thing that'll happen. Now, I was able to get this thing around the corner before.
Coordinates locked.
In a single
Distance,
turn. I'm
500
hoping I
meters.
can do it again, because if not, we're gonna have a problem.
What's your situation?
No. Turn the direction that I want you to turn,
Try to stay
please.
sharp. Let's all get back home alive.
Okay, there we go. That's the Edelweiss out of harm's way. I probably should have shot, yeah, but if the... Yeah, I did it dumb, chat. I'm sorry. I did it dumb. It's fine. I was just... I'm, like, focused on other stuff. So we know that the lupus doesn't come any farther than about right here. Which means theoretically I could move up the Shamrock and take this road. Because we know we can't get past the heavy tank. Like, the heavy tank is in the way. I can't get around it. I can't get around him. But
My body's yours to
what I
use.
can do is I can try to, like...
Don't want to be alone.
I can try to just hold out on the backside. Because if I can roll that tank up to the camp, I'm not gonna make it, so I'm gonna have to put him up here. Homer, he have to finish his run next turn, because he was not gonna make it to cover on the action points that he had. So this turn I'm gonna move up the Shamrock.
Way ahead of you.
Now watch. I'm gonna move up, and what's gonna happen... Oh, great. Never mind. I was gonna try to move up, but now... Look, do the thing that I... Oh my god. Tank controls in this game, I swear.
Be sure to watch for return fire.
I don't think I'm gonna get a kill on this dude, but I'm still gonna take the shot. Are you bouncing like that on purpose? What are you doing? What are you doing, Zaka?
Fire!
Oh my god.
Ugh, we're so close to Ramgreens too.
Oh my god. Again, it's like this game
Everybody,
is doing everything in its power to try to piss me off. Everything it can do to piss me off. Man. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Yep.
Why me?
Yep.
Nice.
This is what we refer to as a comedy of errors. Now, something else to consider. And I mentioned this before when we were talking about the different turrets on the Shamrock, right? The reason that I brought it up is because, as I said before, the regular turret, the anti-armor turret, is considered the meta turret to use for the Shamrock. And this is why.
Help me.
Because in spite of the fact that they give you the Gatling turret and the flamethrower turret, both of them are niche at best and useless at worst.
Under light fire!
Because in a situation like this, the Shamrock is completely fucking useless because it's a tank fight. The Shamrock does not serve a purpose. It is a waste of command points because I can't attack any of the vehicles with it. Or if I can, I have to, you know, cheese it and get in behind it. there's that half of the equation. There's also the other half of the equation where, kind of, to Helgast's point, is there's a cheesy way to play this mission, and I intentionally didn't do that, but I think I'm going to, and that is essentially just load up on AT people and burn him down. So you can see this mission, because again, I don't want to spend all night just replaying the same mission over and over and over again. But you can see this mission, you can see what we're up against. I could probably beat this mission if I keep plugging away at it, but we're gonna be here all night. I can definitely recover from this, like it's not the end of the world, but it's gonna be really hard to do. So in this case, I think we're gonna go back and we're gonna cheese it. Just again, so you guys don't have to spend the whole night watching me play the same mission over and over again. Because, look, chat, we have been, for like 2 streams now, we have been in Act 3, where we're at the very end of the game with like 3 missions left to play. And it's taken like 3 streams to get through that. It's like, it's insane how much time we have spent just trying to play through the very last section of this game. It's not morally correct, don't cheese it. Listen here, buddy. What if you stay? No, that's not gonna work out the way you think it will. That's not gonna work out the way you think it will, buddy. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're trying to do, but it ain't gonna work out the way you think it will. Actually, I need to go back, because we need to equip our lancers with some actual lances. The mortars were fun. I wanted to show you, but as you can clearly see, when you need lancers and they're equipped with mortars, you're in trouble. It's not cheese, it's called tactics. So, I talked about this before, Helgast, and I know you're relatively new to the community, so you might not have heard me rant about this before. I like to play games the way that they're intended to be played, not necessarily the way that is optimal. And especially with games like this, like turn-based games, strategy games, tactics games, like, and this game in particular, because I've played through it probably 6 times. Like, I know the missions, I know the optimal strategies, yeah, I know about scout rushing, yeah, I know about lancer cheese, like, I know all that stuff. But there's also people in the community that haven't played through this game, and I'm trying to give them as close to an authentic experience as I can. But also, in general, I think it's more entertaining if I do the dumb shit, if I make the bad decisions on purpose. Because again, it's more entertaining. And I know there's a certain segment of people out there that absolutely hate that, and are gonna get, like, flaming mad. Like, they're gonna scream into the void because I'm not playing the optimal meta strategy for every single mission. And not to put too fine a point on it, fuck those people. Because that's not fun to me. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you're one of those people, but like, there's a very narrow segment of people that play like tactical and strategy games, and if you do anything that's suboptimal at any point, then they flip out. And I absolutely hate those people. Like, because the game should be fun, and to me, doing the meta thing that is always the best possible thing in every situation is not fun. I strongly advise go watch some of my BTA campaign, watch some of the XCOM campaign. I will make bad decisions on purpose, either to show the chat fun stuff in the game, like the mortars. The mortars in this game are almost completely useless. But I used them anyway because I wanted chat to see them. I wanted them to be able to see what those weapons are and what they do. Was it the optimal decision? No. Did it come back to bite me? Absolutely. But I had fun. Like, don't get me wrong. It's not that I find it unentertaining. It's just, I also know that most people don't want to watch me go and replay the same mission over and over and over and over. So I'm trying to find that happy balance between giving an authentic experience for people that have never played the game before, but then also actually getting on with it and progressing through the game so that the people that just want to see the game don't get bored because we're just replaying the same stuff over and over. Optimal meta only makes sense in multiplayer games. I mean, I would argue that even there, it's no fun. Like, I will gladly play a game, like a multiplayer game, in a suboptimal way because I think it's more entertaining. Like, could I play Call of Duty with the meta assault rifle that kills in 3 shots? Yeah. Or I could play with a shotgun and slide around like an idiot everywhere. One of those play methods is fun, the other is not. Wolf Warrior says, have you ever done Fire Emblem? I have not. Believe it or not, I have never played a Fire Emblem game. Mostly because I don't care for Nintendo all that much as a company. I don't agree with a lot of their business practices and the way that they conduct themselves as a business. And because pretty much the entire franchise is locked off into the Nintendo ecosystem, I have not really played any Fire Emblem games. I have said before that there are a couple of games that I might actually get a Nintendo system for, and none of those games have ever happened. The game at the top of my list would be a Pokemon game. I've said this before. If Nintendo makes a Pokemon game that is like an open world game and includes all of the previous regions and Pokemon from all the other games, I would buy a Nintendo system and play that game. But they're never going to make that game because they can't nickel and dime you with that game. But if they ever made that game where I could go back and play through every region from the previous games and capture all the Pokemon from the previous games, like, their complaint is always, oh, the system resources, there's not enough memory. They're full of shit. They just don't want to do it because they'd rather re-release stuff and so on. It's, again, I don't like Nintendo. I don't like their business practices. And that's why I won't give them my money. And it sucks because I've seen other people play through the Fire Emblem series and it looks like a lot of fun. Like, I really wish I could play Fire Emblem games, but it would involve giving Nintendo my money, and that's something that I absolutely refuse to do. At least the company as it currently stands. Isn't that what Power World is? No, absolutely not. No. For anybody that's still stuck up on the whole Power Pokemon thing, Power World is essentially Ark Survival Evolved with a Pokemon skin. That's what it is. Like, for the people that are saying Power World is trying to copy Pokemon, they've either never played the game or they're just trying to be sensational, because Power World has less in common with Pokemon than it does with games like Rust and Ark and Minecraft and other games like that. No, you're good, Track Tension. You're good. You didn't do anything wrong. It's just, like, there's this very common misconception that Power World is trying to copy Pokemon. They did lift some concepts from it, but it's not really, the games don't really have that much in common. Which, again, further goes into this is why I don't like Nintendo, because Nintendo knows damn well that Power World was not Pokemon, but they've decided that they're going to try to sue Pocket Pair anyway because now Pocket Pair has money. Like, they didn't care with their previous game, which was basically Breath of the Wild Light. They didn't sue them for that because it didn't make any money. But now that Power World has blown up and Pocket Pair has millions of dollars, now Nintendo suddenly wants to come out with all the patent law and start suing the shit out of them. So, again, don't like Nintendo, don't like their business practices, will not give them my money for anything. Aside from, as I said, that one, if they make that one game, I might buy it. but they're never going to make that game, which is why I say it, because I know they're never going to make it, therefore I'm never going to have that game, so I have no reason to give them my money. Anyway, y'all got me on a thing, because that's what you do, you fucking donkeys. And I've missed some stuff, so hold on a second. Let me see, what did I miss? Let's see. Wolf Warrior said, Shining Force, a Sega Genesis Mega Drive. I have heard about Shining Force. I've never played it. Although I was very happy to learn that Hiro Suzuhira did the art for the characters of that game back in the day. And I really like her as an artist. I think her art is good. If you don't know who Hiro Suzuhira is, if you've ever played through the Shuffle franchise, she did some of the character art for that. Yes, because of course I'm going to reference a porn game when I'm talking about artists. But she's also done a lot of game art over the years. Shit. I have to reference another porn game, and I can't remember the name of it, but it blew up about 10 years ago. It was the visual novel that was basically about incest. You know the one. And they got an anime series about it and everything. She also did the art for that game, the character art for that game. I really like her art style. The incest, maybe not so much, but the character art, I really like her character art. Anyway, Einhander 2K6, roll into the chat on a Sunday with, let's see, 10 gifted subs. Thank you, Einhander, for the 10 gifted subs, for the massive generosity, and the massive chicken. And of course, if you got gifted a sub, be sure to thank Einhander for that generosity, because they don't have to do that. I actively tell these people not to do it, and they do it anyway. But I appreciate it all the same. And of course, for the new folks and the returning folks, welcome or welcome back to the cult of bad tactical decisions. No, Urs, it is not My Little Sister Can't Be This Cute. This was a visual novel, not a trash harem anime. God, I wish I could. You know what, chat? I'm sorry. We're in Tangent City at this point. I'm not even gonna try to hide it. Let me look this up. Hold on. Yes, I'm looking it up right now because I don't know the name, but I think it's Akisora. Cvex, you just outed yourself, but I think it's Akisora. Let me double check. Yes. Let me see. It is Yosuga no Sora. Yosuga no Sora. Yosuga no Sora. There you go. There you have it. Again, for any of you new folks in the chat, yes, I just referenced a visual novel. Yes, it's a visual novel about incest. That's my degenerate cred. So for those of you that might be new here, that's who you're dealing with. I'm not even going to try to hide it. It's an anime about incest. Do you have any idea how little that narrows it down? I am aware. I am absolutely aware, Arpia. Trust me. And Game Master over here being extremely surprised by any of this. But of course, yeah. Now that's... There you go. There's the degen cred for the day. There's the degen cred for the day. But yeah, if you go look up the visual novel, I'm not suggesting that you get involved in the porn involved with that. But if you look at the visual novel, the original visual novel and the little spin-offs that they did, that artist is Hiro Suzuhira, who is the artist that I'm talking about. Because I can only reference artists by whatever porn that they've done. Because that's just who I am. Like, I'm not ashamed and I'm not trying to apologize. I'm just, like, that's who I am. Ore-imo was an VN before an anime. Really? See, I didn't like Ore-imo, so, like, I didn't look into it that much. I didn't realize that it was a visual novel before they made an anime. I'm not surprised, though. It very much felt like a visual novel anime, but I just didn't care enough to actually check into it and confirm that. Anyway, what were we doing before y'all got me on a fucking tangent about porn and incest? Oh, right, the Lancers. Right, yep, that's what we were doing. Let me see. What did we give Largo? We gave him the MO1R. Do we have any more of the MO1Rs? We do. Outstanding. Walter, you have never hit a shot in your entire life, so I'm gonna give the other one to Yoko instead. I feel like I want to take another... I feel like I want to take another engineer, but... Nah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Virgin says, great timing to join a stream. I mean, I know you said not after that, but I would say, like, again, if you have never met me, if you've never been to one of my streams, if you've never watched any of my content, I mean, I think, like, probably the last 10 minutes would be a perfect illustration of, like, this is the community that you're getting into. If you want to, like, if you want to hang out with me in this community, like, that's it right there, the last 10 minutes. The gameplay, yeah, sure, whatever, take it or leave it. The porn and the incest and talking about hentai artists, that's the community. At least in my opinion, anyway. I'm playing a game whose principal character artist was Hanjo motherfucking Raita, who I have extolled the virtues of on multiple occasions. The fact that I even know that should tell you that I know what the hell I'm talking about. Still thinking about Narissa's hips. I mean, in fairness, there aren't many times when I'm not thinking about her hips. Is it just me? I feel like I can't be the only one. Anyway, stay on target, chat. Stay on target. Did BRB already happen? Yes, Wasteland. We already had the BRB. About an hour and a half ago, as a matter of fact. Alright. Let's try this again, chat. This time, without the suck.
Here is a brief on the task at hand.
You didn't spell it right, Urs. You got close, but you didn't spell it right. Let's see. You get an engineer. And you get a Largo. Actually, you know what? While we're at it, you get a Yoko. You get an engineer. Wait. Game, what are you doing? And you get an engineer. Alright, there we go. What happened? There we go. My controller wasn't working, chat. Sorry. We need Alicia. We need Rosie. We already deployed Largo. We already deployed Yoko. I'll deploy Jan once we capture that camp on the north side. As a matter of fact, hold on. Yeah, we'll keep the Lancers up there. Keep the engineers there. Actually, tell you what. Let's do this. Rosie, you're gonna go here. And then Nadine is gonna go down here. And because we're gonna take Nadine, I'll take Wavy as well because of the synergy with Zaka and Nadine, and then... Chat, out of the three gal scouts, which one do you prefer? We don't need a poll for this one. I'm just curious. Ramona, Frisia, or Cherry? Who is your favorite gal in Gal Squad, chat? I'm just taking an impromptu poll from chat. That's not an official thing. Black Hydra says, all the fun talk, I have to call it a night. See y'all next stream. Alright, Black Hydra, thanks for hanging out with us as always. Always glad to have you, always glad to see you, so thanks for being here. And of course, I hope that the rest of the weekend, whatever's left of it, treats you well. The one with the choker? I don't think any of the three of them have a choker. If you're talking about Rosie, Rosie is one of the main characters, Arpia, and she's already deployed to the field. But very clearly, chat has got a thing for the dark-haired chocolate ladies. So, Frisia it is. Alright. I think that's as good as it's gonna get. Let's go, chat. Here we go.
Now,
Let's try not to crap it up this time. What do you say?
Our target is Jaeger's tank. Stay sharp, Sevens. Squad 7, move out.
Rule 1.
We already did this, buddy. I know you don't remember, but this is an Edge of Tomorrow / Groundhog Day situation for me, Jaeger. So we've already had this conversation. Dicks and balls! I forgot to change the fucking turret on the Shamrod. Son of a bitch. That's alright. We'll make it work. We'll make it work, chat. Okay. Situation is unchanged.
Just watch this.
Largo, get your butt across the street, buddy.
We'll be there in a minute. Hold out till then.
Is there a turret option with an arrow fork? God, I wish.
Leave it to Aunt Yoko.
Trust me, if I had the ability to field and use artillery outside of the mortar strike order, I would be taking that on every mission. Go watch my BTA campaign. We picked up that first artillery piece, and I want you to find a single mission after we got that artillery where I did not take it. Assuming that's not counting like the duels and the arena stuff, because obviously that wouldn't have been practical. But in any normal field mission, I challenge you to find a single situation where I did not take at least one artillery piece. Spoiler alert, you're not going to find that mission because it doesn't exist. Nochu says, I love it here, I'm glad I found your channel. Well, I'm glad you found my channel too. I'm always happy to welcome new folks into the cult of bad tactical decisions for whatever reason. Whether it's because of the booba, or the rotten contents of my brain. Whatever it is that you're here for, even if it's just to hang out with the rest of these donkeys. I'm always glad when new people can find a place to belong here. That's the goal. That's why I do this. The nuke not going off more often showed major self-restraint. This is true. This is true. I did have to exercise some pretty significant self-restraint to not use the nuke on every mission. To be fair, the 1.5 million C-bill price tag also helped me exercise that restraint. Because we were operating on a shoestring budget for the majority of that campaign.
Here we go.
Okay.
Fire!
So we hit him and it didn't even do damage. Good to know. Outstanding. Glad I used a turn
Be careful.
to take
Enemy
that shit.
backup may be
Listen,
underway.
motherfucker, I'm gonna need you to go in the direction that I tell you to fucking go.
advancing.
Oh my goodness. If it weren't for the fact that I was doing this mission for a second time, I would be less frustrated. Alright, Homer,
Yes, right away.
my friend. You are gonna stay with the Edelweiss and keep it running.
Galleons headed your way. Be careful.
Enemy spotted. I don't want to be alone.
You're not alone. Quit complaining. Alright.
Way ahead of you.
Next up is the Shamrock. And whoever had mentioned the tank traps was in fact correct. The tank traps are going to prevent us from going in that direction. Unfortunate, but also
We
unavoidable.
don't have time for this. Break through.
That's okay though. That's okay. Because I am now armed with foreknowledge.
Take out the enemy
Found us an
commander's
enemy.
tank.
I am now armed with
can't afford any
foreknowledge. And I'm going to position my units accordingly. We need to get our scouts across the way. I've also got people standing in the open, which is not good.
I'm on my way.
And I did not bring Marina because we're trying to cheese, so I'm gonna have to be more careful of snipers this go
Enemy
around.
tanks headed your way.
I think. We were
Take
able
out
to
the enemy
cheese this
commander's
before.
tank.
New hostile, sir.
Not cool. That is significantly easier when I already know where
Your
he
orders,
is.
sir.
Man down. Everybody be careful.
Alright, so then I'm gonna put Wavy here so that he can help keep this alleyway tied down. Let's see, Frisia and Alicia are gonna go north. Rosie, I need to... God damn it, I'm not gonna have enough command points to get everybody, so...
On my way.
I'm gonna move Nadine, because she's an engineer and she's gonna get downed in one shot from a sniper.
Be careful. Enemy backup may be underway.
So we'll do this. We're gonna hold this alley. And then I'm gonna pull Frisia
Watch me
out
dance.
of the
It's
way
just
here.
so much responsibility.
And Rosie will just have to take a shot or two from the snipers. I'm hoping she survives the experience.
Aim as exactly as possible.
I don't know if we're gonna be able to make it across the street, but we're sure as hell gonna try. Okay, we made
We
it.
can't afford any misses.
We made it. Bronze Johnson says the ultimate weapon, knowledge of the future. Correct.